What's good, bro? It's your boy TJ Grayson, and welcome to the 23rd episode of the Realest Living podcast. Be sure to go watch the podcast on Rumble, YouTube. Check the TikTok to get a lot of the clips and the funny moments that I pick out from the podcast. Also, I do YouTube shorts too, so check those out as well. If you want to be a guest on the show, hit the socials in the description. Also, go to the socials in the description, like the Facebook page, Twitter. Um, I don't really update those that often, but just so you're in the loop. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to introduce the guest. I'm going to start with the new guest that we have on the show. Sir, if you can introduce yourself.
Tim, man.
All right. And then I believe this is his 8th appearance on the show.
I'm finally back, y'all. I'm finally back. Gaines.
I gotta say I appreciate him for coming because I literally told him an hour before this show started that to come on here and he came through. So I appreciate it.
Facts.
We're gonna go into the show then. We're gonna start with the random facts as usual. I decided to do the 10 most dangerous animals to humans for my dangerous facts. So what I'm gonna for my random fact. So what I'm gonna do is name the animal and I'm gonna name how many deaths they average per year. So number 10 is a hippopotamus. Number 2, elephants. I mean, not number 2. I can't count. Number 10,
Damn.
hippopotamus. Number 9, elephants. Both of them do 500 deaths per year. Number 8 is a saltwater crocodile. 1,000 deaths per year. Number 7 is something called an Ascaris roundworm. I don't know what that is. 2,500 deaths a year. Number 6, scorpions. They actually kill 2,600 or 26,000 deaths per year. I'm sorry, and I think they did this real backwards. Actually, no, excuse me. It's 2,600. I put too many zeros. Number 5 are assassin bugs.
What?
I have no clue what that is. They do 10,000 deaths per year. Number 4 is a saw-scaled viper, and it's 138,000 deaths per year. Number 3, freshwater snails, which
Whoa.
they kill 200,000 people a year.
A snail.
hmm I don't know. I should have looked into why they do. Number 2, which is, I don't know why they put this on there, but humans are on
They do.
431,000 deaths per year. And anybody want to take a guess as to what the number 1 might be, the most dangerous animal to humans?
It's gotta be a lion.
You said a what?
A lion.
That's not correct. No, it's probably something you will never expect. It's a very common thing.
Ants, spiders, bugs, or something like that.
It is a bug.
A bee.
No.
Nah. Oh shit. I know it ain't one of them cockroaches.
No.
Mosquito.
There you.
It's mosquito.
Hell no.
725,000 to 1 million deaths per year.
And they are back.
Yeah, they suck your blood and stuff. They carry disease.
Yeah,
They suck
carry
your blood. So
disease.
yeah, and they're so common. I mean, you run into a swarm of them motherfuckers. So yeah, the mosquito is the most dangerous animal
And
to humans.
mosquito bugs.
If you counted the animal, it's technically it's an insect, but
Right.
whatever. But all right, so we're gonna go into the first topic. The first topic was actually presented by Tim, and he said that it is responsibility for kids. Specifically, do parents believe in chores and punishment? So you want to elaborate on that a little bit, on what kind of question you're asking, or the point maybe that you want to?
Well, like the question, and the point that I want to get out to a lot of generation of like new parents is that, me as growing up as a kid, my parents, I wouldn't say was a strict household, but at the same time there was boundaries and stuff like that set. But this new era of kids, man, it's like parents these days, they just believe that kids should be kids, man, and without the, responsibilities, without the chores, without the respect. A lot of parents these days, man, they just want to be their kid's friend instead of actually being a parent. And I think that's where a lot of our kids, is actually heading the wrong way. So, I mean, so I just wanted to elaborate on that, man. that way, because I want some opinions, of how certain parents parent their kids, because, I've seen and I've heard some crazy things of the new era of parents these days, and it just don't make sense to me.
What are some crazy things you've heard, for example? Like,
Well, like I said, I've heard parents say, I've heard a parent say out their mouth, you know, my kids shouldn't have to come home every day and do chores.
hmm,
I've heard a parent say, my kid should be able to be a kid. If my kid get in trouble at school, I mean, it was just a mistake.
mm,
And these parents these days don't believe in punishment, man.
agree.
You know,
What do you think about that? You kind of, what do you think about the new wave of parents?
I he about right with they be trying to be each other's best friends, and I don't know, like they think certain stuff they should get in trouble for is kind of funny and a joke to a lot of people, but yeah, definitely need chores and punishment.
I agree with you, and I tell you why I agree with you is because we have like a really bad like problem of not having a nuclear family, right? There's not a lot of fathers in the home, so that disciplinarian, that authoritarian isn't there to ensure that you know, the chores are getting done and that those boundaries that you're talking about are being put into place. A lot of, I'm not saying that, well, I mean, statistically speaking, women don't do a great job by themselves, but, I don't think it's easy to play both roles of the parent. When you're a guy, you can't really be as nurturing to your children, and then when you're a woman, you can't really be as strict. You know, it's hard to balance both. That's why it's good to have like that good cop, bad cop dynamic. Dad yells at you, mom tells you it's going to be okay, but she also tells you, hey, like you still need to do what your father says, 'cause he's your father. A lot of, and respectfully, that's why a lot of kids are growing up. A lot of men are growing up feminine, and a lot of women are growing up very masculine, right? Because their mothers are kind of, I think I want to say like over half, I think majority of the households now are single parent households, single mothers households as well. And it's just not, historically a good, like most of the people that are in jail come from single mother homes, and most of the people who drop out of school come from single mother homes. Most of the people who commit crimes come from single mother homes. So it's like there's a lot of degeneracy that comes from one person raising children, and generally it's a flock of children. I also think too that it sounds bad, but I think it it's hard. I remember when I was a kid, if I saw like a woman and a in the not a kid, but maybe like in high school, middle school, if I saw somebody with walking with their child, maybe their daughter or whatever, like I could be like, oh wow, she's so pretty. You got a pretty little girl right there. But I feel weird saying it now because I feel like if I say it, motherfuckers gonna think I'm on some pedophile shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, for it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
So
definitely.
I have to say like something like, oh, she's adorable or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I feel like I say that and use that as an example to say that it's just sometimes I think a lot of people are so worried about what other people think, and they get so offended by like so many small things that it somewhat limits the way that they parent because they try to listen to everybody else. And I always tell people, I think there should be a universal baseline for how you raise your kids, but at the end of the day, everybody has their own strategies. But obviously, the strategies that we have now aren't working because we're
Definitely not.
we're raising not being a generation of bitches for real. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, you know, I'm definitely not gonna sit up here and act like I'm just like the most masculine man, but
Yeah, yeah.
I mean like I have common sense and I have respect for people, and a lot of these other people like they disrespect you But then when you disrespect them, then they want to holler they're offended and they got canceled and stuff like that. So I do agree. And discipline is a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah,
We used to get the fuck beat out of us when we were
beat,
kids,
bro.
you
Got
know?
to.
And
Eh,
parents will dare you to call CPS.
Right. You
Call
know?
them
I'm gonna beat
motherfuckers.
it out of you.
I mean, I done got plenty of ass whoopings in
Man,
front of my friends, right? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
Them the
in front of the
worst.
teachers, you know? Hell, we used to get the people used to get ass whoopings in school from the teachers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I feel like now if somebody does some shit like that, then now it's like child abuse, right?
Abuse, yeah.
And it's just like there's discipline and there's like, oh, there's levels to discipline, you know? You
But man, it's like I said, it's hard growing up with parenting these area kids, especially when two parents are raised from a different household. Because like I said, I was raised in a strict household. You know what I'm saying? And another parent that I'm with, they could have been raised in a household where everything was gave to them. So my mentality as I don't want to raise my kids like my parents raised me, but I also know at the same time, the way my parents raised me, I turned out to be a damn good child. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it causes conflict in a home because when you want to be strict on your kids and then they run into mom and mom being like, yeah, baby, this and that. Because like I said, when I was in school, man, I was an athlete, but I was dumb as rocks. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if my grades went up, there wasn't no such thing as sports.
Right.
And that even wasn't just your parents. That was even with your coaches in school.
right.
Nowadays, as coaches in school, you can have bad grades and still play sports.
Thanks.
We didn't get that when we was younger, bro. So I've been pulled out of a lot of sports because of grades. I've been beat, ass whooped because of bad grades. But it's like I said, parents now, man, kids get suspended. They still go home and just have their whole cell phone like it's a fucking vacation to them. When I got suspended, my parents made me write the whole damn Bible before I went back to school. And if it wasn't done, guess what? I got another whooping.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So man, it just our generation. I mean, we have to get. I ain't gonna say used to raising our kids in this era because me personally, I would never raise my kids the way some parents raise their kids in this generation because I don't want mine to be like that. And my youngest, her mouth already smart. About ready to kick her in the fucking mouth. Don't nobody call DHS on me.
I will say too, another thing too is a lot of these people are having kids way younger
Oh yeah.
than they used to. Yeah, 15, 16,
They,
17.
they fuck.
Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because of how, I guess, sensitive the world is, everybody's just kind of walking on eggshells. So people just, don't really enforce the boundaries that they used to because, yeah, it was a different time. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in a different time, you know. My mom personally, and also, too, a lot of kids are inside. They're not going out playing with kids in the
Yeah,
community,
yeah.
stuff like that. And I mean, my mom used to kick us out the house. We come back in at 12, and then we go back out, and we come back in when the street lights come on. And we used to do it. We used to have fun. I mean, she used to ask us. It used to be a problem because we didn't want to come back in when the
Mhm.
street lights came on. Now motherfuckers don't want to go outside. You know what I'm
Water
saying?
on the porch. Don't even run in and out the
Or
house.
we get it from the water hose. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
That's
Yeah,
it.
Everybody sharing one cup.
right.
Yeah, when no such thing as going in and out. You go in and out the house, guess what? That fucking air conditioner going off.
All right.
You come in my house one more time, you gonna stay.
You gonna stay, you gonna take a shower, you finna go to bed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and I'm always big on I don't want to tell anybody how to raise their kids, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, and so to that point where you say you're like, well, I don't want to say, well, we have to get used to it. But I mean, I think at some point, like you have to. I think you just kind of have to. I just say raise them the way that you want to raise them, and do what you think is best for them because ultimately, I mean, I don't even have kids, so I mean, I'm not really speaking
Right.
from
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a point of
And
experience.
it's not that, it's just the error with all kids, man. I think a lot of kids, like this generation of kids right now, I think a lot of kids lack respect, because man, you could be walking in McDonald's and a 12-year-old just tell you shut the fuck up. Like, bro, I'm almost 30.
Let
Like, you're
let
12.
fuck come out your mouth. You that
Yeah,
young.
yeah, yeah. Let that come out your mouth. Yeah, young. Your mouth gonna be swole for a couple
Yeah.
days.
Well, I was gonna say too. I see a lot of parents don't really check their kids for disrespect either.
Yeah,
Shit.
yes,
Like
yeah.
their kids be running wild and shit in Walmart and all these other places, and they don't really
They
say
just
nothing.
having fun.
They,
Come here.
exactly, exactly. They just having fun.
But I mean, that also could go back to, like I said, the world being so sensitive. Like, if I was acting up in Walmart, my mom would literally beat the shit out of me in Walmart. But
Yep.
you know, somebody looking at that from like the self checkouts saw my mom beating the shit out of me in today's age. They'd be like, "Oh, she's over there abusing him. She's doing
They
this
call
and
the
doing that."
police.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's a different time, but I do think that people need to stop being so sensitive and stop being such bitches. I mean,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Anyway, do y'all have anything else on that topic? Or
No, I'm good.
all right, well, we're gonna move on to the second topic, which is called TJ's unpopular opinions.
Oh
So
shit.
normally, like, I have a game, so to speak, on that I do on this show where I just give unpopular opinions from the internet, and then I ask if you agree or disagree and why. But I actually have my own list and my notes on my phone of just things that I've just thought about and said, and I put them in the list, and then I'll use them every once in a while. So I decided to pluck three from that list, and we're gonna discuss those. So the first unpopular opinion that I have is women should not complain about men approaching them at the club. Do you agree or disagree?
I would say I agree. They shouldn't complain because I mean the club going to a club that's a scenery of most
Lust.
most people like you said lust. Most people that go to the club are single. There are some people that go to the club that are in relationships that have a
Stupid.
good time, but at the same time, if you're in a club and a guy approaches you, I mean, the best thing you can do is just say not interested. I mean, getting an attitude. I mean, if you're in that kind of environment, you're asking for that kind of attention. That's how I see it.
It really depends on how the man approach the woman. That's really what they gonna come. That's what's gonna come out their mouth at the end of it. Oh, did you see how he approached me? He's so aggressive. This, that, and
Well, do you think that sometimes certain actions and maybe what they wear maybe can kind of determine how they get approached?
exactly.
Oh yeah, if you're in a club and you got your shorts up your ass crack and you're not looking to be approached, I mean,
Don't worry.
you don't wear it. You know what I'm saying? I know people say, well, you should be able to wear what you want to wear.
Should,
And that is true.
but
But you're in a club scenery and you have shorts on like that, somebody's gonna say something to you.
yeah.
What are you going to the damn club for?
Well, my thing is we can't operate off of should, could, and would. We have to operate off of what is. And this is why I say that I made this up. Is I had this in my mind because I was like, women will go to the club and it'll be 40 degrees outside, right?
Mm,
Cold as shit, and they have on heels and they have on little shorts and they have their titties out and
yeah.
stuff. Freezing to death, right? And then they'll go and they'll ask men for drinks and stuff like that, and they'll be twerking on their hands and knees all on the floor,
Mm,
and then get upset when men approach them. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be mad if the same guy comes and repeatedly harasses you.
harassing
That's
you.
different. That's very different. That is
Yeah,
harassment.
yes.
That's not approaching you. But I'm saying to be mad at men approaching you in general, first and foremost, we have to like location and stuff matters, right? If I have $100,000 and I go to the middle of the hood in Memphis at night, where it's a high crime area, right? And I go and I start waving that $100,000 around, and I get robbed. Do I deserve to be robbed? Absolutely not. However, I know where the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
You know the consequences
yes, you
of
have to
doing
have
that.
some kind of
Yeah,
accountability.
yeah, yeah.
So my thing is, if you're doing things to make people okay, so we first and foremost let's just start from the basics. The club in itself is a place that's known for one night stands, casual hookups. You get drunk, you act stupid. People go there to find somebody to fuck. You go to dance, right?
Slow
I
night.
always hear people say, right. I always hear people say, "Oh, no, you just go to clubs to have fun and relax." I was like, okay, even if that's what you go for, you know that a majority of men are going there to find somebody to fuck. Not all men are, but a majority of men are going there to find somebody to fuck. So you go to this club and then you start wearing these clothes, which are going to make these men that you consider to be creeps, because women know that men are creeps, yet they do stuff to make the creeps come towards them.
And see, like another thing, they don't check theyself. Like you said, if these would come out the house and some coochie cutters and all that stuff. Yeah, you come out some coochie cutters, you gotta expect somebody to holler at you. But if a guy approach you and you got this on, should you feel complimented? Because I mean, you obviously look nice enough for him to approach.
Sure. Now, I'll say this. Everybody always wants to say, well, guys will approach you wherever you go. And it doesn't matter what you have on, which is true. However, if somebody is casual, is like repeatedly approaching, if you have a bunch of men approaching you at church, then it's a little different, right? Because that's not the setting for that. But if you're at a club, like I said, where it's known for all that shit, I mean, what do you expect? And then you're doing things I've literally seen women, right, who will go and like flirt with men to get drinks, and then these same men try to dance with them, and then they act appalled. Like, why the fuck would you want me to dance with you? Like, leave me alone. I'm like, bruh, you got in this man's face and dangled the little worm in front of his face so that he could buy you a drink and spend his money on you. Because I know drinks are hella expensive. And then when he tries to dance with you, now you want to be like, oh, no.
This ain't that.
But
Right.
those. I mean, like I said, how do women feel it's okay? What it's disrespectful when they're being approached, but they don't feel it's disrespectful when they asking random man for drinks.
Yeah, and not giving them what
Yeah.
what they want. And here's the thing, bro. Like they talk about how creepy men are and creepy and how men just come up and touch them and stuff like that. But they don't say none of that shit. They don't say none of that shit
When they do.
when a woman does it to them. I've seen many of women be groped and harassed and sexually touched. You could probably call it sexual assault, right? At the club, and they'll just allow other women to do it, even if they don't like the woman, right? I see a lot of women come up and like slap another woman on the ass, and maybe women that they don't even know, but a man come up and do it. Oh, don't touch me.
Wait, unless it's a gay man.
Shit.
Right. But see, and that's the crazy thing, bro. Like it's what did Finesse 2 times say? It's cool when they do it. It's different
when I do it. Fuck them.
I
That's
mean,
what I was. My thing is, if you're gonna get mad at a straight man for coming and getting behind you, and
Get
you
mad at
grinding
this.
on him, you need to get mad at this fucking career, because guess what? You grinding on the same fucking penis. I mean, his penis is still getting hard,
Get
just
mad
like a
at the
straight
fruity
man.
booty.
or
Get
get
mad at
mad,
the fruity booty,
or get mad at the woman,
or get mad at the woman, the stud.
the
I
one
mean,
that you. It don't even have to be the stud. It could be a regular. Like I promise you, be regular women. Like I've seen
Yeah, yeah.
girls like literally make this like face like they have been awkward, and these girls will be touching on them, rubbing on them, doing all kinds of shit, and they just allow that shit,
They
bro.
let
And
them
I'm like,
rub
bro,
that coochie and everything.
I'm just like, bro, but if I did that, you would be calling the cops. You know what I'm saying? So why is it cool for you to get sexually assaulted by a woman you don't like, but it's not cool for you to get sexually assaulted by a man you don't like? It's just not cool. It shouldn't be cool, period. And so that's my point. I think there's a lot of hypocrisy
yeah,
when it comes to
yeah.
women in the club. And I think that I think a lot of women think that they should be able to just go and do what they want without consequences, but it just does not work like that. Like I know if I go in the club and I'm dressed like a bum, right, I'm probably not gonna get no bitches wanting to dance with me. And I also know if I go to the club and I'm like overly aggressive, a lot of bitches ain't gonna want to dance with me. That's the reality that I have to face. So the reality that they need to face, right, is if they go to the club and they're wearing very tight, revealing clothing or whatever, and they're dancing and twerking all over the dance floor, doing things that these creepy ass men that they know are creepy know that they like, you can't expect them to not come approach you. Now, if they come and grab you or whatever, okay, that's. But see, I've even seen girls that'll go and dance, like literally shake their ass in front of a dude, and then the dude will try to come and dance with them, and then they'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
It's just like I had
What are you doing?
check that one bitch in the club, motherfucker tried to grab my ass, man.
Oh man.
Man, she knew she fucked up.
Yeah, and you know what? I've had many of women come up and sexually assault me in the club a lot of
Yeah.
times. I just don't say, but I don't say anything. But I'm just saying, like, it's just, it's so many double standards when it comes to that.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just kind of
cool to
crazy.
come grab me and dance, but don't just walk up on me and try to grab my ass and I don't know what you do. Oh hell, nah.
Right.
But yo, look though, the message to the men that women think are creeps. The best way to get them, man, is go in the club and dress like you just came off a boat. You get all the women
Slow night.
because they think you got the money and they want to be on the boat. You get them all.
Well, that's what I always tell people. Women are in
Women are
clubs.
gold diggers in clubs.
I mean,
Hey,
I mean, look,
and you know,
in clubs they do gravitate. I will say, women do gravitate, especially in the bigger clubs where you can buy sections and stuff.
yeah,
Women always want to go to the guys that have that section
that
and stuff
section,
like that.
yeah,
And I will say, I mean, but and that's why I always tell people, like, the clubs are the best illustration when I say that men don't really be pulling like that. A lot of men ain't out here fucking, because
right,
you'll see it at the club like a lot. All the single men that are in there, there's only going to be a couple of them that are really getting dances. All the other guys that are in there that have any kind of attention from women, they'll either be their girlfriend or they'll be gay, right?
yeah, yeah,
But you don't, or they'll be the dude that looks like they. I mean, at the club that we go to, you'll see that. Like I said, I always use him as an example, but he's my boy. But my boy with the Louis V and my boy with the Christian Dior on, the women gravitate towards him. And then I mean, most of the women that are in there, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, trying to get on him. And I'm like, if that doesn't show you that, women kind of gravitate towards the men that they at least perceive to have money, right?
yeah.
That's what they want. They want the guy that's throwing all the money. But the problem is even if you're throwing all that money, it's still not even guaranteed.
That don't mean you got it.
Right. Well, not even that you got the money, but it's still not even guaranteed that you'll pull. They'll just pick your money up
Yeah,
and
just
keep it
pick your
moving.
money up and keep it moving.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. I just think that, but that's just my first one.
But
Anybody?
my last thing on it is when I used to party a lot and club a lot, and women used to ask me to buy them drinks. My response was, man, I'll ask her to buy me a drink. She tell me no, then I can't buy you one. But we gonna go tick for tack. This ain't what you think.
I ain't
If
buying
you
you a
ain't,
motherfucker.
if you ain't my girl or you ain't my friend or my homeboy, you ain't getting nothing. I buy your drink, you buy mine. That's how it gonna work. So we ain't. I ain't buying nobody a drink. She buying mine, I'm buying her. So we really paying for each other drink. But I got the most expensive drink. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I like me, man. I don't buy nobody no drinks in the club.
I'm
'Cause
not buying no drink
you
for nobody for
wouldn't catch
something I don't do.
You wouldn't catch
No.
me dead buying a woman a drink
I barely
unless
buy
I'm fucking
myself a
her.
drink.
And even the ones I'm fucking, they still not getting no drink for
I
the
ain't
most
buying
part.
none of that shit.
Like usually, I've only bought 2 women drinks at the club, and they were both women that I was just really cool with. They weren't. I wasn't even fucking them. So
Yeah.
like, man, they were just like really, really close friends. But I'm definitely not doing it. I'm sorry. I had one girl approach me one time and say, or no, this dude came up to me. He said, "Hey, this girl over here want to dance with you." She said, if you buy her a drink, y'all can dance. I was like, well, I guess we not dancing.
That's right.
I ain't buying the shit. But anyway, okay, so we're gonna move on to the second unpopular opinion. Um, the second unpopular opinion that I have from TJ's unpopular opinions, I think that prenuptial agreements should be mandatory in every marriage. Do y'all agree or disagree?
Prenup?
Yeah.
You ain't talking to the mic.
You said prenup?
Yeah, prenuptial agreement should be mandatory in every marriage.
Agreed.
Uh,
I don't need you taking what I got.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it like this. I agree to disagree because I'm gonna put it like this. I ain't got shit, so it's best for you to sign that motherfucker, so I don't take your shit. All right.
Chill the fuck. Stop the cap. Stop the motherfucking cap.
But man, I think they should be signed, in marriages, but also I think in marriages it could cause a conflict because I feel like the conflict will come from when it comes to that. If you just imagine you get married, asking your wife, hey, do you agree to a signing the prenup agreement.
I'm gonna be real with you.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, it's always gonna be an issue.
That's gonna be
But
that's gonna cause an argument
but
at the scene of it.
but my thing is, why is me wanting to protect what I have
Yeah.
such an issue? Like, I'll like this one guy made a great point when I brought this up on my online podcast. Like, I don't get insurance, expecting to get sick, right?
Right.
I get insurance because, just in case I get sick.
Yeah.
And, when marriages aren't perfect, and marriages definitely don't last nowadays, especially in our community, like in our black community, our marriages definitely don't last. Um, you know, so, if I want to if I want to protect myself, then I don't see what the problem is in me doing so. Like, I don't understand why people feel like they should be obligated to get the shit that you had before y'all got married. Like, let's say this was my house, right? And then I got married to a woman and we divorced. Like, she didn't buy this house, help me build it up or nothing, but she just gets it now because we got divorced. That's just crazy.
But those type of questions or situations really don't come up unless it's with somebody that's got a whole lot of money, or somebody that's got a whole lot of land, or
But most,
somebody that's got a whole lot of something. Because most women, I ain't gonna say well, yeah, most women when they get married, a lot of times most women they marry into money. Rarely you do see people out here getting married, but rarely you gonna see like a relationship where both people just ain't got money like that, just getting married. Like I said, I know 32 married women right now married to a rich man that's cheating. You know, that's just exaggerated number, but it's probably more than that. But man, like I said, most women marry into money, and most women won't agree to sign no prenup, especially if they know you got more than what they got.
but you know why they don't agree to sign to a prenup? Because I think that in today's time, women are incentivized to divorce.
Hmm.
I mean, if you think about it, let's use your example. Like, let's say I'm a woman, right? I could marry a rich guy, and the second he does some fuck shit, I can take half of his money.
Half his money.
And my
Yeah.
thing is, if there was a prenup there, I'm not gonna be so inclined to leave because I know I'm not gonna get anything.
Anything, yeah.
But like, women are and I'm not blaming women for this. It's really the government because they, when all these laws and stuff were put into place, it was when women weren't working and they didn't make any money. Now women make money and they actually work more than men.
Oh yeah.
So, like barely, but they still work more than men. So, when you think about that, like a lot of these women, they're not coming in with what the man makes a lot of the times, but they still have enough to survive on their own. And then now they're just coming up off of what the man makes. And then you got to think like I said, 90% of alimony is paid from men to women. You got a 90% chance of losing your children in court, right? And to me, that's the crazy thing. Like, I'm better
98.
equipped financially to take care of the children,
Hmm.
but the woman that doesn't, the woman that has to get money from me, and then when the divorce happens, more than likely they can get on all these other programs or whatever. They get custody of the kid.
Hmm.
And I think that's kind
and
of crazy.
benefits.
Yeah, they get the benefits. They get
The
all of
kid.
my stuff,
And
and
the
then they
kid.
still get child support from me. But I have to be like expected, right, to lose half of my money, to lose my children, pay for my children, lose my house, and then pay for an apartment and pay for my bills and be able to sustain by myself. And a lot of men still do that, and and then there's these women out here that are depending on all these other things and still getting the children. It's just kind of crazy to me. Like, these women are in bad situations and they get awarded the kid, whereas me, I'm able to take care of the children, but I don't get the kid. It's crazy. It shouldn't be 90%. I just think that prenups would make the divorce rate go down a whole lot because I just think that, if you take away that incentive to divorce, maybe people would either be hesitant to get married or they would actually try to make things work because they're not going to get anything out of the deal. If you're not getting any money, I think a lot of women would be hesitant to divorce if they knew they were going to lose half their money, they're going to lose the children, and they were going to have to pay child support afterwards.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm, but they don't have to worry about that, Like, and when you have all these benefits, right? If I fuck up, my tolerance will be a lot lower, right? If it's easy for you to leave, it's a lot like if I know like if I have a girl and I'm dating her for 6-7 years and I got a bad bitch waiting on me if I break up with her, I'm not gonna necessarily want to deal with that bullshit as much because I'm like I could just go to this bad bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you married, you can deal with I don't have to deal with this bullshit because I could just take half of your money. I could take your the children. And then a lot of women have all these dudes in their DMs. I can go to one of these niggas and they'll treat me good, and then I'll have money too. So I just think that it's they should just be mandatory. Personally, uh, I don't think it's a prediction of me wanting to leave because I say I want to get a prenup. I just think it's me protecting my assets, and I don't see why it's such an issue to protect my assets. And I'm gonna be real with you: ain't no woman that I'm gonna marry if they don't want to sign a prenup, because that's going to be one of my conditions for marriage. If you don't want to sign the prenup, if you don't want to sign a prenup, that's cool. We just not getting married.
See, man,
Fuck.
my thing is,
Fuck.
It is what it is.
hey, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like my thing is, man, I've seen somebody that told me, why get married, you know, when y'all can just stay together. Like I said, marriage is just a piece of paper.
You fact.
If I'm with you, we've been together for 10 years and we ain't been married, and we still going strong and we doing good. What's the point of involving that piece of paper?
I agree. I always
I
think
just
that.
think it's a piece of paper. Now I'm gonna be honest. Like I got married when I was 19 because I had a daughter, and her dad was one of those type of people. I got divorced when I was 19 and a half because it wasn't something I was ready for. It was something that was forced. Now, my opinion on marriage, man, I don't see myself getting married again because, like I said, I just look at it as a piece of paper tying y'all together. But it ain't really just tying y'all together. If you already in love, you already tied together with love. I mean, so why involve that? And then not only that, the price of a fucking divorce is fucking ridiculous.
A big price on you though, as the man.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
as a
Like you the
man,
one.
well,
Yeah.
and that's what's crazy
Shit.
because I'm gonna tell you, 80% of women, man. This is even in my last marriage. 80% of women, man, will stay married to you for the rest of your fucking life if you don't pay for a divorce. It took
Mm.
4 years before I was young. It took me 4 years before my baby mama. I was finally like, you know what? I see you ain't gonna move forward with this shit. Let me fork out all this fucking money and get it done myself. So I had to fork out $1,600 for a lawyer, but I was okay with that because everything that went in that fucking divorce paper, I wrote that shit and I got my way. But you know what I'm saying? I don't see, I don't see the point of marriage these days, man.
So I'm gonna disagree with you on one part when you said 80% of the time a woman will stay with you until they divorce. I Only reason I disagree is because statistically speaking, when a divorce happens, 80% of the time the woman is the one that files for divorce. It's very rare that a man files for divorce, partially because they know what they can lose.
Yeah,
So I mean, maybe in your case for sure, but I don't think that happens a lot. But to your point, I do think marriage is really, with the government and how it's set up right now, how it's presently constructed, is very stupid to get married, especially if you're a man. I mean, I don't think it's a good move. And I always ask people like, there's really no benefits that I get from a marriage that I really can't get out of my girlfriend. Like
but
a 15-year relationship and a 15-year marriage, there's really no
there's no
difference.
difference. But if it's paper,
People want to argue that, like, well, if you die, like I have the ability to claim your stuff and stuff like that, and if I'm not your boyfriend or if I'm not your husband or whatever, I can't claim it or so. And I'm like, okay, you can consider that a benefit, but is you getting my shit when I die a better benefit than me losing half of my money and losing my
right,
house and my
right, right.
kids? I don't really think they're comparable. Like you being able to, have the authority to pull the plug on me, like You know, I mean,
Real
like that's
fast.
great. That's good, but I don't think that outweighs me losing half of my money and
Yeah.
paying for a house that you're fucking another dude in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And taking my children, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like, when it's 90%, so that means like I don't have a snowball's chance in hell of getting my kids if we get divorced.
But with my kids, when I die, like all of my shit goes to my kids,
Hmm.
whether I'm married or not. But marriage is so, like I said, being married, it don't just like affect like men and women, but it affects kids. And I think it's just the government thing because you put it like this, man. Like if I was to get married today, you know, all of my kids, none of my kids will have free insurance no more. They won't have free meals at school no more. They won't have all this free shit the government give out to just women. But when a woman gets married to a man and their income become one,
Hmm.
they lose insurance, they lose free meals at school, they lose everything that you consider free. And women out single women out here or just women in a relationship, the government giving them motherfuckers everything for free.
And I'll say too, partially on another note too, like when you get married and then you like make a certain amount of money, you can't even qualify for like student loans either.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
I mean you
can't.
got to make a certain amount of money, but you know, um, it's I agree with you. I mean I don't think there's a whole lot of benefits to marriage nowadays like that I can't get out of a relationship. I mean now if you want to argue religion and stuff like that, then that's hey that's cool.
That's cool, but
But my
it's
thing is looking at it from a general perspective. I don't really think that there's a lot of benefits to it. I think there's a lot more risk, especially as a man, that you take than there are benefits when it comes to marriage. I mean,
man, half people that most people in this world that got married don't even have their marriage license paper no more.
probably not. And I was gonna say 50% of them end in divorce anyway. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, anything else on that one?
Nah, that's it on that one for me.
All right, y'all might like this last one. My last unpopular opinion is child support should be set at a set rate.
Hmm.
I think it should, and let me put it like this. I will put, there's I'm gonna agree to disagree. Simple fact, because I don't think there's a certain amount of money a month that you can put on as far as taking care of a kid. Now, if I'd say if the father is active in his kid's life, I feel like child support be should set at a set rate. But as far as the father is a piece of shit, that moved off to a different state or whatever, I feel like the government should smack his ass for whatever. Because simple fact that you know it's just some fathers ain't shit and some mothers ain't shit either. But at the same time, for the dads that are trying, I do feel like child support be set a set rate because I do feel like the child support office would just you could go down to the child support office with your fucking baby mama and they'll still try to put you on the max amount of child support. Like I said, back to the marriage thing, when I filed for divorce and drew up all my marriage papers, I put in my marriage papers that there was no child support, joint custody of my kids and this and that. Did you know for the next 2 years I still got fucking papers in the mail, them telling me they was gonna put me on child support? And I had to keep going down there to that fucking office and dealing with them people telling them, hey, here's my divorce papers. There's no fucking child support to be taken. But yes, I do think it should be set at a certain rate for active fathers.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I don't think active fathers should have to pay anything. To be honest, if you in your
True.
child's life, why do you got to pay? You probably already doing what you need to do. If you're active, right? Child
Facts.
support should just be for deadbeats to me. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then hit a motherfucker with child support. But when you do the percentage thing, right, and like, I don't think that, like you said, I understand what you're saying. Like, you don't need a large amount, or you can't really put a price on how much it costs to raise a child. But like, I would look at it from this perspective. Like, say you're an NBA player, you make I don't know $7-8 million a year. Your wife a woman comes and you get her pregnant or whatever, she doesn't want to be with you. She gets child support from you. She's getting $25,000-$30,000 a month for child support. You don't need that much to
No,
raise
you
a
don't
kid.
need that.
But and then on the flip side, if you do the percentage, like let's say I work somewhere and I don't want to pay, well now I can go somewhere where I can make money under the table, or I could just quit my job and be unemployed. Now I ain't paying you shit. So, like, I mean, I could get out of paying
You
when
could
you
get
do
out
the
of paying it,
percentage.
yeah.
So I think if you have a set, and I think it should depend on like location as well. Like you shouldn't make somebody who lives in California, right, shouldn't have to pay us the same rate as somebody who lives here in Mississippi because obviously the cost of living is way different. So I think that the rate should be determined, but I don't. I personally, it would eliminate a lot of things because one, if you have a set rate, well, I don't think a lot of people would be just rushing to have kids because they're not gonna hit no lick off no nigga, right? You
Hey,
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
two,
yeah.
yeah, and two, we can make sure that that money is actually going to the child instead of to nails. And I always hear people say, "Well, you know, I'm using the tires on my car to take them to school, and I'm using the lights, and they're flushing the toilets, and they're doing all this stuff." And I'm like, if you didn't have kids, you're gonna have to do that anyway.
Yeah, you gotta do it anyway.
I'm
So,
Yeah.
paying your damn bills.
and my thing is, here's another thing too. My argument when it comes to that is, if you get primary custody of the child, then you should have primary responsibility.
Mhm.
So part of it, if they're going to school, right, you can't complain about the tires on the car when you got custody of the kid. If that's not something that you are capable of doing, why you got custody?
That's true.
So, hey, what did Uncle Ben say? With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, damn
You
right.
got the kid. Because here's the thing. If I was the man, right, and I had a kid and you were
Yeah.
the one that was it, wouldn't nobody tell me, well, I need money for the tires or whatever. They'd be like, you figure that shit the fuck out. And as men, that's what we do. We
They
figure it the
say
fuck
Figure
out.
shit out. Yeah.
What they say, you the man, ain't you?
You're right. You got the kids. You have them most of the time, right? So I think that a responsibility that comes with having kids most of the time is paying for shit when you have to take them places. And if you can't afford to you can't afford to give them the lifestyle that you can, that you from the choice that you made, because ultimately women have most of the choice when it comes to the baby making process. Women are the gatekeepers to sex. Ain't no man having sex if a woman doesn't want to, right? Or it's rape, right? So women are the gatekeepers to sex. Women basically choose who they have sex with. Women are universally in control of who is born in this country. Men have absolutely no reproductive rights. So I mean, like, if I nutted in a woman and I said, I don't want you to have the kid, she can say, fuck you, I'm gonna have the kid anyway. And same thing vice versa. If I fucking say, I really can't wait to have this child, I don't want no kid, and she goes and aborts it or takes a plan B, I'm just shit out of luck. So women are ultimately in control of sex. They're ultimately in control of babies being born, and they leave marriages 80% of the time. So you made most of the choices. You picked the nigga. You decided to have a kid, and now you're the one that's getting custody. So if you're doing all that, then you should have primary responsibility.
If you got custody of the kids, bitch, you need to pay me
Stop fucking complaining.
and
You know
pay
what I'm saying?
me.
Yeah. Stop complaining. I understand that raising a child is hard, but that's what you signed up for when you fought for custody.
Oh yeah.
I think
But like I said, I do agree. But you do. Oh shit. But you do know there are a lot of parents in some cases that don't have a choice but to have custody. Because there are a lot of kids, like a lot of fathers, you know, that runs out while the woman's pregnant, before the child's born.
But let me ask you a question. So if I said I don't want to have this child and she has the baby anyway, can we put a lot of the responsibility on that man?
I mean,
Yeah, because you laid down and put your
you
doula
put.
leg.
I mean, you did.
Okay,
But
okay.
you
So
yeah.
let me flip it then. So because I'm going somewhere. So if I lay down and we both laid down, right? And you said if I fuck that girl, I have to have responsibility for the child if it's born, right? If she decides to keep it. So if we both laid down, right? and I want to honor my responsibility, but she says fuck it and aborts the baby. Should she then have the responsibility?
See, my thing, like I said, my thing is like a lot of people don't like this fucking law they came out with,
Roe v. Wade.
Roe v. Wade.
Hmm.
I'm gonna put it like this. I like the fucking law, the simple fact because you can't just go to abort a fucking child because you want to. Because like I said, like your thing is, you lay down, she want to abort the child. If she does do that, I think the bitch should be charged for murder.
Hmm.
You killing the innocent human being. Same thing. You nut in her. You don't want the baby, but she had a baby. I mean, you laid down with her, so it's your responsibility to take care of that child.
You laid
Well,
down and put
this
the
is the
tool out
difference
there.
though. If she has an abortion or takes a Plan B or whatever, and then that's just it.
That's
But
it.
yeah, but
Well, I said she should be charged for murder.
but
You
yeah,
gonna have to.
but it's not like that though. And if I decide that, or she decides that she wants to have the baby when I said I didn't want it, not only am I responsible for that child, but I'm also financially responsible for that child. So if I fuck up, right, then I have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
If she fucks up, she doesn't have to deal with anything. Now a lot of
You
people
gonna
say,
have to.
well,
You
you
gonna have
gotta
to
live
deal
with
with
it. You gotta live with the fact that you had an abortion. I'm like, okay, well, what? Tell me what's worse, living with the fact that you have an abortion, and really and truthfully, with all this, like I said, with all these people who are so sensitive, and you're really not gonna get a lot of shame for having an abortion because it's your right. You can do what you want. But me, on the other hand, I have to pay for the rest of my life for a child I didn't want, that I explicitly said that I didn't want. And then you also have to think there are women that lie about being on birth control. There are also women that'll poke holes in condoms and pregnant and get you, get themselves pregnant, right? So I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of things that that can happen to you. And bitches be trapping niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Some
saying?
of them do.
So I mean, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but I'm saying like it's just always funny to me how when a man nuts in a woman, it's you lay down with her, accept your responsibility. But when the woman, when the woman like gets nutted in and she can duck hers, right? She can get an abortion, she can take a Plan B, she can be on birth control, and it's just like, oh, but it's fine if you want to do that because it's your body, your choice. Well, why is it not my wallet, my choice?
Well, like I
as
said,
a
like
guy,
I said,
you're
bro.
gonna be responsible.
Like
either
I
way it
said,
go.
bro. They done made the new law. You just can't abort a baby.
You can. It's just not every. It's statewide. So there's still places where you can go and abort a child. It's 50. I think there's still some
I
states
mean,
that
there
let you
are,
do it.
but at the same time, in these different states, both parents have to come to an agreement for something like that. You just can't go.
Not necessarily.
You just you just ain't gonna drive to a different state and say, "Hey, take this fucking baby out."
Bullshit.
Yeah, they do that. That's how it's
Shit.
always been.
Bullshit.
And here's the thing: even with the Roe v. Wade thing, if anything, it just made things equal because men had no rights, and if you want to say women don't have any rights, then we're equal now.
Yeah, we're equal.
That's what women were fighting for, was equality. But see, the problem is they only fight for equality when it benefits them, not when it puts them at a detriment.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's another topic. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of women will do that. I mean, I've seen a bunch of videos, man, of dudes outside abortion clinics begging their wife not to do it, and they'll just do it anyway. You know,
Oh yeah.
robbed of the chance to be a father. You know,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and there's no backlash for that. But if I explicitly say I don't want to have a kid, and then I have the kid, and I don't want anything to do with that child, then now I'm called a deadbeat and called all these things. And then not only that, but now I'm getting my check garnished and might even go to jail. You know,
You don't pay, you going to jail.
right? I have to pay for a child that I explicitly said I didn't want.
Oh yeah.
But she can just abort the child, and then I mean, I obviously got to pay for an abortion. But I'm just saying, like, she can abort the child and be done with it, and nobody's gonna say anything.
Well, it's just she's sorry as fuck for doing it.
Yeah, well, people might say that, but then there's, like I said, but I'd rather live with that than living with the child I didn't want, and then having to pay, and then possibly going to jail.
See, my thing is, even like last thing like I said about that, my thing is, hey, I feel like if you want to abort a child, you should do that shit way before a child either develop a fucking face or any shit like that. I mean, when you see that you pregnant, you see a seed, or you see when you miss your cycle and you think you pregnant. If you feel like you want to abort, like, don't sit here and say, "Hey, we fucked. I think I'm pregnant, but I'm gonna abort the baby." Don't tell me shit about it. Just do what you got to do. That way, I don't know you was ever I didn't know you was ever pregnant.
Shit.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gonna be stuck in that.
I mean, if you never know, how you gonna be stuck in it?
She got to do that first.
I don't think going to the abortion clinic is an easy
No, it's not
thing
a
to do, like
fuck.
mentally.
No,
I
no.
know it's probably terrible. I'm actually, to be honest, I'm actually pro-choice. Believe it or not, like I, I don't know what people are going through. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
there's too many like circumstantial situations. Like I was saying this the other day on my live podcast. Like, if a 13-year-old got molested by her uncle, like, and she got pregnant, like, would we, would abortion be cool then? Like, would that be something that you think should happen? Some people might
Yeah,
say
damn
yes.
right
Some
it
people
is.
might say no. One of the dudes on there said she just need to suck it up and have it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
He need his ass whooped too.
Oh, no, he need to be in jail
I'm
and
talking about the
maybe.
one that said she suck it up and have it.
Oh well, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's like, well, the baby didn't choose to be born. I was like,
She
well,
didn't
the
either.
mom didn't choose to get raped either. But I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, anything else on that one?
Nah.
All right, well, that's the last question on TJ's unpopular opinions. So now we're gonna move on to the last topics. I tried to add some new questions in here since uh, it was Jaylon was here. I actually didn't expect him, but the person that was coming on was a returning guest. But I have some new ones, and now, of course, I have the regular traditional ones that I have for everybody. So, first one, what is your favorite car?
Chevelle.
Dodge.
Which one?
I have to take the Charger, man.
I'm gonna be real. Out of all the Dodges, that might be my least favorite, to be honest. I like the Camaro. Is it Camaro or Dodge? Or is it Chevy?
Oh
Arrow,
man.
Chevy, my boy.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
We gotta go to the
Yeah.
next topic. You done run
Yeah.
down.
There's Dodge, Charger, Dodge, Challenger, Chevy. I just use
Yeah.
those three are like no, they're the trifecta,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I always think that the Charger is the least appealing of that trifecta. The Camaro, the triple C's, I guess. I like the Camaro a little bit better, and then obviously the Challenger. You know what I'm saying?
You could do.
My favorite car though, probably them new Corvettes are really really nice.
Okay.
I like them. Favorite movie?
Fired up.
Really, that's interesting.
Shit, I went to the movie to see that motherfucker like 3 times in a row.
Oh, you talking about the one where they went to the where they were the male cheerleaders and they went to
Yeah,
that shit?
yeah.
We saw that shit too.
No
The
cap.
Fountain of Troy and
we
shit.
probably was
Yeah.
there together.
Probably. That shit was funny.
That's
Okay.
surprising.
Yeah.
I know
Gotcha.
my favorite movie is all times is We Are Marshall.
Okay.
It's between that movie and Coach Carter. I like watching
Knew
shit
you was
like
finna
that.
say that.
Yeah,
Knew it once you said Marshall.
Yeah.
I knew you. Was
I
coming
like
with
watching
Coach
shit
Carter.
like that.
Well, my favorite movie is Friday After Next. And and I ain't gonna lie, I went to the movie theaters and saw this one like 4 times because it was so fucking funny. Have you seen that movie? I think it's called Bad Boys or something. I don't know what it is. It's that show about those 3 little kids or whatever, and they're like, God, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to show y'all the preview of it after the show. It's funny as fuck. Okay. Favorite place to shop for clothes?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't got a favorite place. I really only like shopping.
if you had some women in here that Target.
Oh man, I would never ever go to a retail store to buy fucking clothes.
No, we gonna go.
I'm to shop nowhere to buy clothes where they sell food. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm about like 10. I ain't really got enough. I ain't big on it.
Tommy Hilfiger store where I like to go.
I take fuck it. I take American Eagle.
They nice too. They're a little expensive though, just a little bit.
Yeah, cap.
But I mean, so is the Tommy Hilfiger store too though. Favorite dessert?
Shit. I don't eat sweets, man.
Oh man,
A pound cake or a strawberry cake.
I'm trying to think if we got any more sweet things on here. Yeah,
I would fuck up a lemon cake
No
though.
cap.
Lemon cake is fire.
I would fuck a lemon cake.
I'm gonna say I think I always say funnel cake. I'm gonna go with
Pick
that.
another one.
Uh, I mean I say pound cake as another one too.
Yeah,
So
yes, sir.
I'll pick another one. I'll say I like a good cupcake, like a regular basic ass cupcake with the vanilla inside.
All right.
It's perfect for me. Basic. Um. Okay, what is your favorite flavor of wings?
Hot lemon pepper.
Hot.
Just regular. You like buffalo or just
Just hot. You give me some hot ones. I take honey barbecue.
okay? I like honey. Okay. My favorite actually. I just rather have them just naked and dip them in some sauce. That's how I like mine.
Plain.
Yeah, I tell them butt ass naked every time.
Hell
Um,
no.
But
do
booty.
you okay? Do you like your wings dry or wet?
Wet.
Wet.
I like mine wet.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, I'm sorry. There's a place in Tupelo called Jimmy Seasides, and they have these wings called Sticky Asian. They might be my favorite kind of wings.
The only dry I eat is like if I go to B Dubs and I have to eat I have to
TK?
eat the hot uh dry rub buffalo or dry rub buffalo from Buffalo Wild Wings. That shit fire.
I cannot eat dry
Shit fire.
flavored wings. Like I'd rather
Wet.
have flavored wings wet, but not dry.
Wet like that momo.
All right. Okay, and then the last part of this question is where is your favorite place to get wings from?
I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings is gonna be one.
Buffalo
But
Wild
depending on where you go.
It's
You know, you
Wingstop for me. And if it's not Wingstop, it's
I ain't been there.
oh, you need to go.
It depends on what time you go there too. Cause last time I went there, them motherfucker gave me some old ass chicken wing.
You said Wingstop or
Wingstop in
Oh,
Tupelo.
Look, I'll tell you that most Wingstops that I've been to they kind of have like that Huddle House Burger King worker type feel.
Hey,
where,
get the fuck out of here.
now listen, when I don't mean Huddle House as in they nasty. I'm saying like as in like the workers are nasty type shit. Like the Burger King workers are gonna be like no teeth and not
That's
disrespecting
Huddle House.
nobody.
Waffle House then.
Waffle House, excuse me. Huddle House, they got a little bit more, but yeah, like they got them kind of workers at Wingstop usually.
No.
The ones that I at least at
Yo.
all the Wingstops I've been to.
Yo, Slim Chickens though, bussin'. Hey, they got some huge ass wings and them hoes be fire, boy. Hey, I'm finna go down to Tupelo to Olive Garden and I'm probably gonna stop and get me a couple chicken wings too though.
He finna go in after we leave this show.
Yeah,
Said
yeah.
he was.
I'm already let's ride.
Buffalo, I like Buffalo Wild Wings too.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Okay. What is your favorite Powerade flavor?
Purple. That's the only one that got taste.
Red.
Fuck no.
What?
Red's plain
Red-
as hell,
red-
bro.
Red to me, if I get a red one, it can't be cold. Cause
Oh,
to me, it's like the it's like I don't know. No. I'm tripping. The blue one is the one that lacks a little flavor.
I don't
The
know.
red,
like
the
the
red, the red one actually got a little more flavor than the blue one.
I got a red one in
The
there.
purple
in the
one
fridge.
got the sweet
No
to it,
cap.
bro.
Yeah,
The
but
purple one is
I take
great
it.
flavored stuff.
I take a
know.
green one.
It's just not
Green.
Oh,
Oh,
or
hell
you give me the
no.
strawberry kiwi.
not the green.
Or the
That's
strawberry,
oh,
or the
shit.
tropical mango.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nah, really and true, give me the white one.
Oh,
Ugh.
Give me
no.
the
Hell no.
Plain sugar motherfucking ice.
I would have settled for orange, but
Hey yo.
Yeah, he said the white one. Hell
no,
no.
I can't do the white one.
Hey, I seen a girl the other day said she liked the fucking cucumber Gatorade. I
That first
said,
time I tried the shit, I thought I was cool.
Trash.
I thought I was cool. Yeah, they got the new ones out. I'm finna go in here and try it. One sip, I threw that motherfucker out.
It's trash. I don't be trying to do
Oh,
shit. 'cause I
shit.
be
Wasted my
wasting
$2,
money.
$3
man,
on
that
this
shit was
damn
so
drink.
nasty, bro.
Man. Okay. Okay. Favorite place to get a chicken biscuit?
Man, spicy chicken biscuit. I'm gonna have to get that bitch from Chick-fil-A. I can't count.
Mine is gonna either be you said chicken and biscuit.
Yeah. Favorite place.
Either Jack's or Tony's right there in Biggsville.
It's Dodges. It's so
Fuck
clearly the
no.
answer is
I
clearly
ain't-
Dodges.
Oh,
I ain't got no
them dry ass
I
biscuits,
ain't got
Oh,
bro.
you
no kind of
tweaking.
biscuit out there before.
Bro, you need to. Bro, look,
I've ate
I'm
Dodge's biscuits, bro. The biscuits just ain't busting.
listen, man. Let me tell you something, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Dodges has the best chicken biscuit I have ever tasted in my life.
Ooh, stop.
And I look, the chicken minis from Chick-fil-A, fire. They're actually really good. I did
Bread
not,
too sweet.
man. Yeah, they put honey on that motherfucker, but they do that. The honey butter chicken biscuit from Wendy's, fire. And then
I'm not-
Jack's has a great chicken biscuit.
Oh yeah, Jess.
I'm not getting no chicken and biscuit from Burger King. I'm gonna tell
No.
you that.
He fucking get a chicken patty,
It's
boy.
not-
No,
Yeah.
man. And then, like you said, the Tony's One Stop, they're very close. I would say they're probably like this much away from being better than Dodges, but man, Dodges chicken biscuits are just on another
I had
level
to
for
try
me.
one I ain't never
Oh
tried.
my god, I slather mine in jelly too.
What kind?
Strawberry.
I can do
I
it.
fuck up some Dodgers hot wings, but I don't know about that chicken biscuit.
Them wings,
Oh,
now them
man.
wings,
Wings
them
have your ass
bitches
on
be
the
old.
toilet though.
Them bitches
Yo.
be
Them
old.
bitches do be old, but you get a fresh batch.
Man, I just get
Hey,
chicken strips and a JoJo.
you get a fresh batch.
JoJo with
I
that.
can't
that
fuck with Dodgers chicken
ketchup.
strips.
Really?
No, I can't fuck with.
I
them
mean,
chicken
I will say there's other gas stations that have better chicken strips, like Tony's One Stop.
I'm gonna tell you now.
got some
Some
good
of these gas stations, please upgrade your barbecue sauce and your ranch.
Wait, you eat what? Wait, you eat barbecue sauce and ranch on your chicken strips?
Yeah,
Oh no, you got to use honey mustard.
Nah,
I can't do
I'm a
it.
hot sauce and ranch type nigga.
Oh man. Okay. I eat barbecue sauce on the wings, right? But like,
Oh,
I don't-
just the honey barbecue.
well, yeah, honey barbecue too, but that's fine. But or the chipotle barbecue, but like for chicken strips, I'd rather use honey mustard. I don't know why, because I feel like they're like damn near the same thing.
Ranch.
Oh no, I can't use it.
I can do ranch and barbecue.
I can't do it. What are your favorite fries from a fast food restaurant?
We got to go. I got you 3. Yeah, you got McDonald's
Fire.
when they hot.
Yes.
Jack's when they right.
They be putting too much seasoning on them.
That's fine for me. And the last one gonna be between Sonic and Checkers.
Checkers is probably gonna be number one. For
I say Checkers and Zaxby's when they season them bitches right.
Now, I'm gonna tell you now,
Zaxby's.
Zaxby
Yeah.
fries really.
Man, do you know how much
Man,
motherfucking Zaxby fry seasoning I got in my house, man? That shit fire.
Probably from out the box.
Man,
Yo.
Probably from out the box. They shoot
No,
them bitches
no,
out.
nigga, no. When I go, man, I get a cup of fry seasoning because the fry seasoning fire. I sprinkle the fry seasoning extra over everything because the fry seasoning is fire.
Yeah, the fries ain't though.
But I just think like with Checkers though,
Oh, man.
I
Them
fuck
bitches
with
fry.
I fuck with Checkers fries. But if you eat too many of them bitches, bro, the taste just
They'll
start
get
getting
old,
weird,
yeah.
bro.
Eventually,
you can't
man,
eat Checkers every day. I don't
Nah.
think, because they will
But
get
when,
old.
when you get them bitches fresh and hot, boy,
Oh, yeah.
they gonna
I-
make you sing.
Man,
I
you-
go down there and get them the loaded fries every day.
Like
Nah,
there's
them
some
need
of
to
the
load.
there's some of the yeah, no, I gotta get them plain. There's some of the only fries that I could eat.
without
yes.
dipping.
If I tell them I want barbecue sauce and they don't put it in the bag, I ain't even gonna trip. Like I'm like, all right, I mean, they still busting without it, but
All the ones I named, I can do them without dipping them.
I don't know about Jack's. I can't really dip
Now,
Jack's.
I
gotta
dip Jacks
them.
and some barbecue.
But have you ever got barbecue sauce from Jack's? Because they be cold. Why is it always cold?
They keep it in that little refrigerator. in
Oh
front of
God, it be making me so I don't want to dip it in no cold ass barbecue.
Yeah, they keep it in that refrigerator right there behind the register.
For me, it's definitely Checkers. I love McDonald's fries.
Yes, sir.
Arby's has really good fries too.
Crinkles. I mean, them the curlies. I
Really,
mean,
yeah. Also, I don't know if y'all ever had like somewhere else that got some really good fries. Dairy Queen's fries are actually so good, bro.
you just can't keep them summer bitches open.
right.
give me stay open to 10 o'clock again.
Yeah, but
and
they fries
get
are
more
fire.
than more than 2 workers.
Man, yeah. They fries are fire though. I love Dairy Queen's fries. Okay, favorite hobby.
Basketball and tweeds.
All right.
Football and sleep.
I like to sleep too. I guess for me it's video games and sleep. I don't know, but I've been watching a lot more YouTube videos, so maybe that.
Hmm.
Favorite ice cream.
You can't do nothing better than either cookies and cream or just plain good vanilla.
I like both. Cookies and cream is my favorite ice cream
Yeah,
right
I fuck
now,
with cookies and cream.
and chocolate chip cookie dough. Those are my.
Yeah, I do that. And the chocolate chip without the dough. Essentially the same. You just
Yeah,
ain't got
I need. If I
chocolate.
do that, I need the chocolate chips to be really big.
Yeah, or give me a lot of them.
I fuck with that orange sherbet ice cream.
Oh, fuck no.
Ah,
That shit
Oh,
fire.
oh,
yeah.
fuck no.
Cause you gotta remember where you come from, man.
Yeah, Bone be eating that shit too.
Big tub.
Bone be eating it too, and I just like
Hey, I
look at
fucks
the
with
tub and be like, oh,
it.
hell no. That's your favorite?
I fucks with it. Yeah.
I can't. Oh man, somebody else said that too. I'm gonna do stats because the next episode that I do is gonna be season finale. So I'm gonna do like stats for the first 2 seasons of what people said their favorite fruit was and who had the
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna do that. But speaking of favorite fruit, what is your favorite fruit?
I had to go with grapes.
Red or
Purple.
green or purple?
Green.
Oh man, I mean they're good.
The grapes just too sweet for me.
What about you?
Me. We are either gonna be the purple grapes, or you can give me some sliced or diced pineapples, or an orange.
You know what's funny? Somebody said that oranges were nasty last
Shit.
week. I was like,
What,
that's
what's
crazy.
what's the ones we were talking about?
The mandarin oranges.
Man,
the
oh,
cuties.
them bitches busted.
I will bust down a whole
Hey.
pack in one sitting.
I take them bitches to work in my lunchbox and
Yeah.
have them bitches ice cold.
Man,
Man,
gotta have
them
them ice
bitches busted.
They'll make you so mad too, cause I'll fuck around and bring 2 and be like, damn, I should have brought 3.
Shit, you should
Damn, I
bought
should
the
have brought
whole
this whole
pack.
bag.
Yeah, you can get 4 for $1 at
Yeah.
Family Dollar.
Fuck that, we gonna get at least 12 of them bitches.
I will gladly pay $7 for the bag too. I don't even care. Like they're crazy expensive, but I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
I bet it's watermelon.
$2 at $2 for 4 of them at Family Dollar / Dollar Tree.
Bro, I'm not even gonna hold you. I can't even tell you the last time I went into either one of those.
Now you better go in that bitch, cause
I
go
went
to
in
the
once.
go to the one by Shallow Market. That bitch
I've been
got
in
deals,
there
cause
once.
that bitch got yeah. Have you ever drunk? I know this off topic. Donald's Duck orange juice,
No.
my boy.
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck orange juice. Dollar Tree is the only place to sell that
Boy,
shit.
I know who you talking about. I know it.
Man, them hoes fire.
I like
Tried the
Tropicana.
red fruit punch.
Yeah,
Oh man, y'all done tried
I
it.
don't fuck with the fruit punch. Them bitches. I fuck with the apple juice though. Damn, man, like she rushing me.
We about done. Favorite fruity candy.
Fruity candy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Starburst.
Okay. What
Pink.
color? Okay. All right. We
Pink.
I'm gonna have
Red.
to go with the.
red.
I'm gonna have to
Pink,
go with
then
the.
red.
What about the yellow or the orange?
Throw them bitches away.
Oh,
I eat an orange one before a
I'm
yellow
gonna have to
one.
go with the blue airhead.
that's fire. For me, fruity candy. I like. Right now, I'm hooked on these like. They're these airhead bites. These soft chews.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They're like $4, but
They fire.
oh
I
man,
like
yeah.
them.
And I like you.
Them nerd clusters.
eh,
The string.
I don't like the
It's,
texture.
it's a lot of bitterness, but you know, once you get to that sweet ooh,
I also like that purple pack of Skittles too.
I ain't tried them. Them about the only Skittles I eat.
The red ones is fire too, but and I do like Starburst
I don't
and
even
some
like.
really good gummy bears.
I don't even like Skittles,
Really?
bruh. Skittles would make me But I eat a purple one out of a Skittle pack.
Yeah.
But any of the rest, that shit.
Oh man, they
I
all
don't
fire
fuck with.
except for the green
I
one.
don't fuck with none of that shit. I don't really just eat candy too much.
Well, I guess the next question won't apply. Favorite chocolate candy?
Yeah, I don't even eat chocolate. I can't hold you.
Chocolate.
Snickers for me. That's my favorite
Yeah.
right now. That changes so much.
Well, I'll fuck up some Reese's.
Oh man.
Yeah. Or you can give me a Hershey with the almonds in it.
I can't fuck.
Oh.
Hershey's too much dark chocolate,
Oh,
bro. Fuck
no. You should have said the cookies and cream.
Yeah, now you said just
cookies and
you
cream
said
Hershey's
straight
is
chocolate.
busting. You did say straight chocolate.
You said straight
Well, no,
chocolate.
I didn't mean like straight chocolate. I'm saying like chocolate. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
it
well,
has
just
in it.
chocolate. Yeah, it must
Yeah.
gonna be that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have rather you just had the regular Hershey's instead of with the
Fuck,
almonds.
I gotta have the nuts in them.
Oh man, heck. No. Okay, what's your favorite place to get breakfast from?
Huddle House, cuz. That's my place.
Jack's or Tony's.
I don't go there often, but when I did, I love IHOP so much, so much. That'd definitely be my favorite place to get breakfast from. Jack's is fire too, but I'd just say a gas station would probably be second.
Yes, sir. Tony's.
Well, I go to Dodges, but
So listen to him.
I stop at Tony's every once in a while. It's
He
just that
love Boomville. Sound like
I just love Dodges. and Boonville. That's the only thing that. Well, actually, no, because my barber's in Boonville too. Kind of crazy. Other than that, that's literally the only reason I go there. I'm not really big on that place. All right, favorite fast food restaurant.
Favorite fast food.
Mickey's.
It's a Mickey D's. Oh,
I mean, it's gotta be.
shit, we ain't really got shit around here.
It's not my favorite. It's just the most reliable for me.
It's most
Most
reliable.
common. I mean,
Yeah, it's not my favorite though.
But if we speaking around here, like 9 out of 10, if I'm just getting up and going to get some, I'm running the Checkers. I can't cap.
I ain't gonna lie.
Because they chicken screws busting.
I'm real quick like to run the Jacks.
Well, it's Chick-fil-A for me.
Fuck
Garbage.
that.
Garbage.
Y'all tweaking.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
tweaking.
Man, I fuck up a Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich any time of the day, but that ain't my go-to.
It ain't got to be your go-to.
But I fuck that sandwich up.
So, what's your favorite side with for a meal?
Either mashed potatoes or mac and cheese. Don't nobody got our favorite one, which is baked bean.
Yes, sir. The bacon of beans.
I'm about to go with, like I said, mashed potato, mac and cheese. I fuck with some okra.
Yeah.
Shit, that's really about it.
I'll
fuck
take
with
some green beans.
Yeah, I fuck with some
I wouldn't say green beans are my favorite because
Nah,
They ain't my
They're-
favorite, but I fuck with them.
I ain't gonna lie. I would never just intentionally eat green beans. Like if they on my plate, I eat them.
my shit got a touch, or it ain't,
Yeah,
a,
for
or
sure.
it ain't a meal.
I would say though, like mashed potatoes and macaroni are cool. When you get your okra, do you like it boiled or like fried?
Fried.
Boiled okra.
We are fried.
Fried.
I like both, but I would rather it be fried
You know,
too.
boiled okra.
Second to last question: how do you eat your steak?
Medium well.
Okay, I mean,
Don't ask me.
I already know your answer.
We going done. Well done.
Oh, fuck no.
And this well done
Going
ain't
crunchy mode, ain't it?
no, this well done ain't crisp black ass burnt. It ain't that. And motherfucker got some goddamn flavor in it. Shit, and I don't care what you say. I don't, whatever kind of mouth everybody else got, I don't do all that chewy shit. I don't have to chew that. Fuck that. This shit gonna go down normal.
Yeah, I fuck with medium well, but anybody that fuck with a rare steak or a medium rare steak,
You looking
I
at
can't
it.
be friends with you.
You looking
man.
at it.
Guess we not friends no more because medium rare is the best
Is that-
way to eat the steak.
Exactly.
No.
The best way to eat the steak.
Exactly.
This nigga for real?
I'm
Yes.
dead ass. Medium rare.
Him
Best
and,
way.
him and all the rest of the people that done been on here and want to agree with that
Most-
ignorant shit.
Most of the people on here will say medium rare.
Shout out to Cash Money. She said,
What
well
the
done with it.
fuck?
It's been a lot of other people that's been on here and said well done too. Quan, Jaylon, they've said well
I
done.
them
I
too.
mean, well done is okay, but I'm medium well, but fucking medium rare?
Fire.
Medium, barely out of the pack.
Bro,
No, it's
when
not.
you cutting that shit up, you still see it bleeding.
It's not blood, bro.
Well, somebody did explain to me the other day it wasn't blood, but the
It's not
same,
blood.
what they say it was,
Pussy juice.
It's the
is what it
juices
is.
is what they
yeah,
claim.
whatever.
Bro,
I
listen,
say it's
I-
fucking blood.
I had one. You can say what you think it is, but it's not
putting
blood.
that shit in my mouth, bro.
Right, So let me ask you this then. So you've never even tried it, or you have tried it?
I just fucking looked at it, bro.
So okay, so you're in the same boat as him, as if
I'm-
y'all
I'm
just
not gonna-
y'all
I'm not
will
gonna try. I'm
try
not
it
gonna.
because of how it looks.
Bro, I'm not putting I'm not putting shit that look raw in my mouth.
I've never
It's
been
not.
taught to eat
Like,
something that's halfway done.
Let me tell you. I was
Fuck
the same
no.
way as y'all. I used to eat my steak I didn't eat it medium. I ate it well done. That's how I used to eat it. And then motherfucker put me on the medium rare. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it because it's a steak. I'm not paying for it, so might as well. It's $20. Why
That
not?
sound like a chewy texture to me.
It's not chewy though, bro. Like it's so
That
perfect.
shit slide down just like that juice.
Bro, no, it's not. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. A good medium rare steak, bro. You don't even have to put nothing on it, bro. You eat it.
I tell you what, if my
Beautiful.
dad, I think my daddy grilling the steak right now, and if he is, I'm gonna bring you some, cause the bitch is gonna be well done. I'm gonna bring it to
I
you.
don't want it.
You gonna try this motherfucker?
Well, only way that I would try it is if you tried medium rare.
Nah, I ain't.
Oh, then we-
Nah.
You gotta try it.
I ain't telling you try no whole ass. I'm just
Not the whole one. You can get
just a little bite.
I'm saying get a bite of medium rare too,
fuck.
I've never been taught to eat nothing half done.
bruh. Listen,
Nope.
we have to get out of our teachings.
That's how.
And we need to-
That's how you get sick.
No,
Hey.
I ain't never got sick eating a
Hey.
medium rare steak. But you know what I did get eating a well done steak? I had to go get my teeth checked out because I almost had to get one of them bitches
Man,
pulled
This man,
because they went through too much trauma.
Your ass gonna have salmonella.
That's cap.
Yes.
Everybody eats medium rare. Y'all just need to join the wave, bro.
Can't-
I don't know everybody.
Hey, listen, I'm
can't
telling
do
you.
it.
Now, if you said rare, all right, I'm with you. That's crazy. But
Medium rare.
medium rare, bruh.
You just flipped it about 3 times and you just took it
Bro,
off.
if we
That's
out,
not.
bro, if we out eating, don't ever order a steak.
I'm gonna order a
Fuck,
medium rare steak
Bro,
every
I'm gonna have to
time.
sit at a different table.
You gonna have to
I'm
move.
gonna get a hamburger steak.
I can't watch you eat that.
I will go to your table and eat it in front of you so that you can see
shit.
what heaven looks
I'm about to
like.
kick that bitch on the floor.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Medium rare is, bro. Y'all really just need to get past the look so that your palate can develop.
I'm good.
Mine are fine. They're great.
I'm telling you, bro.
They built to the T.
Okay, well, I'll just move on and ask the last question, which is advice for the young generation of people.
Stay in school. Obey your elders. Give respect to get respect. You know, and I tell all young people, even my kids, stay focused on like a sport or a hobby, something to keep your mind out the streets or off of negativity. That's my advice to the young generation. And respect him. You feel me? That's my advice. What you got, Jay?
What did you say? Respect him.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen to him. Damn, respect him. That's a new one. But me now, don't ever think that you are too good for advice or
Mhm.
somebody's advice ain't for you. Or always have an opening ear to listen. Shit, be respectful. Shit. Don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing.
Right.
And what TJ say, fuck the kids.
Big facts. Fuck them kids. I would tell everybody you 100% need to make sure you stick to your guns. If you believe something, then you definitely need to believe in it wholeheartedly. But don't be dogmatic in the fact that you don't want to hear what other people might have to say that it's opposing what you're saying. So, because it makes your argument look weak if you don't understand the opposition of what you're saying, right? If I say that I believe that, respectfully say I believe in God, right? But I don't hear out what other people say and just automatically just get defensive and say, no, you're wrong. It just makes you look weak. Makes your argument look weak. Makes your foundation look weak. So if you have anything that you believe in, you fight for it, but you definitely need to be open to hearing other people's opinions and don't be so shut off. I think that's part of the reason why people are such bitches nowadays because they're not used to being they're not used to their thoughts being challenged, and that is really what's gonna fuck you up. You don't learn if you don't know what you're fighting against. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, with that, we're gonna move to the final thoughts of the show. I kind of explained that before, so Tim, I'll let you go since you're the guest. What's your final thoughts on the show? Sorry.
Oh yeah, final thoughts on the show, man. I'd say uh, going off of the topics we went over. Like I said, man, parents tighten up on your kids. You know, don't eat fucking medium rare steak.
Oh my god. It's bad advice, kids. Bad.
Always be you, man. Be yourself, and don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. That's it.
All right, Jaylon. Final thoughts.
It's always a good time being here. Even on a short little notice, game's gonna pull through every time. And the main thing, don't be afraid of a slow night.
Slow.
Slide.
Okay. So that's gonna be the end of the podcast. Y'all be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the season finale of season 2.
I'll
The
be
Realest Living
here.
Podcast.
I will fucking be here.
Count me in.
Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be easy.
Holla.